'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free. 'Tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. La 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 la.
Good morning. How is everyone? This is Saturday Morning with Simple Gift Series. Thank you so much for joining us this early Saturday morning. And I'm Emery Collins. I am the Regional Director for Southern Colorado for Rocky Mountain PBS. We are super excited for you to be here to tell you all about a Simple Gift Series, which airs on Rocky Mountain PBS at 6 a.m. on Sundays. I would like to introduce Amanda Mountain, our President and CEO. Amanda, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Hi, Emery. Thanks so much. And hi, everybody who's joining us virtually. We are so happy that you're all here to see and learn more about Simple Gift Series, a new original early education show on Rocky Mountain PBS, which is airing every week on Sunday at 6 a.m., which may sound early, but for all of us with young kids, we know that we're probably awake for at least an hour by then. So it is such a gift to start our week off right with this beautiful series. The show, along with all of our Colorado classroom resources, were developed out of a need which emerged because of COVID. When kids left their schools and went to their homes, we knew that there were a lot of people who were still needing to connect through music so that we could help prepare kids for success in life and beyond. And so with our long history of being a trusted source of educational content, we made this need a priority at Rocky Mountain PBS, and we are just so grateful, so proud to work together with incredible partners like the Colorado Springs Conservatory and Simple Gift Series. We are really firsthand admirers of the impacts that Colorado Springs Conservatory has made over the decades, really, in helping prepare so many of our community's kids for success and really being a lifeline to the world through music. And we are blessed to be able to engage more kids throughout the state with this amazing content. So I'd like to introduce now a person who many of you already know as Miss Linda, but to others throughout the state, she's recognized as Linda Weiss, founder and CEO of the Colorado Springs Conservatory. Simple Gift Series was her brainchild, along with experts from Head Start, in response to this at-home learning needs of our youngest learners. So welcome, Miss Linda. Thanks for being here.
There she is.
Absolutely thrilling to be here, Amanda. Emery, thank you so much. And to all of my friends, I know you're tuning in this morning. Little Soleil, I see you. But we're thrilled to be here, and we're thrilled and honored and humbled to be a partner with Rocky Mountain PBS to bring such meaningful material and content in such a fun way to so many families across the state. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for being here. And we are excited to start watching some clips, I think, especially those little ones at home. So we're going to do that. But before we do, I just want to let everybody know we are going to be watching the chat. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, either one, those are going to come to us. So put your questions in comments in there. We'll be watching for those. We will have a Q&A towards the end. So if we don't get to your question while in the middle, we'll try to hit it at the end when we get to that section. So Linda, you brought us some clips of the show today.
I did.
Fun stuff to watch. So I think the first one is the song that you start every show with. Is that correct?
I do. I start every show with this song, and I start every class at the conservatory or on Zoom with this song. And it's just a great way to start the day. So if you're with me, Dabney and Donovan, get out your shakers and your instruments. Here we go.
Oh boy, here we go.
Hi, boys and girls. Miss Linda here. It's so good to see you. We're going to make lots of music together today, so get out your instruments and play along with me. Here we go. Hello, my friend, how are you? So glad boys and girls. We're going to learn some music. We're going to learn about asking questions. We're going to learn about learning. It's going to be a fantastic day. Hello, hello, it's a fantastic day. Hello, hello, so glad you came this way. Hello, hello, glad you're a friend of mine. Hello, hello, so glad to share this time. It is really good to see you. Hello, hello, it's a fantastic day. Hello, hello, so glad you came this way. Hello, hello, glad you're a friend of mine. Hello, hello, so glad to share this time. And now,
and now we're going to talk with our friend Emery. You're muted, Emery. Emery, unmute yourself. We've got to get.
I knew I was going to do that.
That's all right.
I love that song. In fact, I want to know when you're going to make ringtones available from the show, so that when my friends call me,
there's an idea. There's
okay. Anyway, so that song is catchy, and there's so much great stuff in this show. Can you tell us a little bit about where this project was born? Amanda touched on it a little bit about through COVID and things like that really pulled a need for innovation. But tell us more.
Sure, and thank you for asking that. This project was completely birthed out of necessity and the fact that we had so many creative resources at our hands during COVID. When first hit, we recognized that all the over 1,000 students that we serve at the Colorado Springs Conservatory were going to go virtual. We also recognized that, and we did that right away. We also recognized that not every child has access to computers, phones, internet. So what other platform is there? And we created, per the request of our friends and partners at CPCD Head Start and our partners at Colorado Children's Hospital, this little pilot. It was first a 22-minute pilot that we thought could live on YouTube and that kids could access to. And then God bless my friends at Rocky Mountain PBS. They said, this needs to go to even more children. So we shared it with you all. And the next week we were on a call that said, how soon can you have 13 episodes? Because this is meaningful. It's intentional. It hits all the benchmarks and the milestones. It pulls music and literacy together in such a fun way. And we created all these characters and folks that you're about to meet along the way. So it's been a joyful, incredible journey. Thank you for asking.
Yes. So speaking of those characters, I think we're about to meet one of the show's most popular characters, who in just 13 episodes has become beloved by so many little ones.
Yeah.
And so I think we're gonna go on to that and watch that clip. Here we go. Enjoy and feel free to sing along, everyone.
Marty the Music Man.
If you are ready to make music with Marty, raise up your hand. We can make some music together with Marty the Music Man. Hi there, everybody. It's always so good to see you. Let's start off by singing a scale together. Let's sing the scale all the way up and all the way down. Take a big breath. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Really great job, everyone. I'd love to play with some rhythms next. To get warmed up, let's get out our rhythm makers and sing the bell song together.
All right, everyone, it's time for the bell song. Are you ready? I hear a little bell ringing, ding, ding, ding. I hear a little bell singing, sing, sing, sing. I hear a little bell echo, echo, echoing. Let's see if you can hear the same bell as me.
I think we should play some copycat with rhythms now. All of them will be one measure of common time. Here we go. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, ta, tee, tee, ta. Tee, tee, ta, tee, tee, ta. Tee, ta, tee, ta, ta. Wow! That was wonderful. I'll see you again soon.
How about that? See you soon, Marty. He's such a great guy, isn't he, Emery? Did you learn a couple things there?
Yeah, I did. I certainly did. And I love Marty. I love that Marty is made completely out of music symbols and notes and such. And so, yeah, he's great. So now we are all going to meet the man, the mystery, the myth behind the music and the man behind Marty the Music Man. And we have Trip and Drew Fountain joining us. I forgot to mention this entire, we are all in Colorado Springs, and the conservatory is here, and all of this content was created right here in Southern Colorado. And that bears mentioning. And so Trip and Drew have joined us, brothers who grew up at the conservatory, and they are here. So I know that the show is Simple Gift Series, but little ones have run into you and told you it has a different name. Is that right, Linda?
Oh yes, it's called the Marty the Music Man Show, the Marty Show. Yeah. And I do not take it personally. I love that they love Marty. They pay so much attention to Marty, and the brilliance of Trip and Drew have been profoundly impacting how these kids are learning their music, and we don't take that lightly. So it's been thrilling and fun.
No, but they have taken it away from Miss Linda. This is why I don't work with animals or stick figures, really. And so, anyway, yeah, Marty's adorable. So let's talk about him and where he came from and what happened and how he was created. Trip, do you got something for us? Let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it all began, we were both alumni from the Colorado Springs Conservatory, so we were growing up surrounded by music, and we know how important it is. It carried us through our careers, and so we're just really excited to get to kind of share it with the new generation in a very new way for us.
Yeah, it's TV and digital is definitely something new for us. We definitely have a very theatrical background, so it's been really fun being able to figure out how to adapt for this new platform. So one of the things that we were hearing, because with the Marty the Music Man piece, it's not just about the visual and the auditory, as you saw, it's also about the kinesthetic aspect of it. And so in Zoomland, when we're kind of all little torsos, how do you help tell a child to use their full body? Because solfege, as you saw there, if you're not familiar with solfege, everybody, if you know the sound of music, then you know solfege, the do, re, mi, going up the scale, and those labels is a way to talk about music with movements, which is a Kadai method. And so it's like, let's create a character, somebody that can exist fully on the screen.
Yeah, so when we were developing the show, we were talking about how we could make this all work. And so we have different rooms in Linda's house. And since music is so important, we obviously knew we had to have a music room centered around the piano. There's a chalkboard in the room. Why not have a little character on the chalkboard that comes to life and can interact with the kids? And it's been so wonderful to have constant feedback and knowing that these children are watching the show and responding to this guy on the screen and doing it along with him. And it's really great.
It's so much fun. It really is.
It is. That's awesome. So Marty's not the only character in the show. We've met Miss Linda now, and we've met Marty the Music Man. I think in this next clip, we are going to meet another one of Miss Linda's friends.
She is a dear friend who exists in my library.
Well, look who it is. It's my dear friend, Betty the Bookworm. She's read every book in my library. Hi, Betty.
Hi, Miss Linda. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
It sure is a beautiful day. Earlier, we visited Miss Lynette's greenhouse.
Oh, then I think we should read the wonderful book, If I Could Be a Tree.
That sounds delightful. Let's all read along with Betty.
If I Could Be a Tree. Songs and book written by Linda Weiss. Illustrated by Christina Wells. Oh, if I could be a tree, what kind of tree would I be? A tree with leaves of emerald green, with a trunk that's long and lean. A tree with lots of fruit to share. Have an apple, orange, or pear. A tree in the spring that blossoms so bright, with pretty flowers of pink and white. A tree that stays green all year round, has pine cones that fall to the ground. A tree with a trunk so big and wide, it's very broad from side to side. A tree that shares nice cool shade. I'll sit and drink a lemonade. A tree with leaves that change in the fall. Red, orange, yellow, I love them all. A tree that sits alone by the sea, or in an orchard with lots of company. A palm tree with its tropical fruit, or an oak tree with its gnarly root. I'm like a tree, I suppose. We both like to strike a pose. If I reach my arms out wide, they are like branches, one on each side. For now, I will simply sit under this tree and enjoy just being me.
Isn't that so pretty, Emery?
It is. That's so beautiful. The illustrations of that book and the words. And we have been joined by new people, I see here.
Well,
so
this is
Linda, tell us who we're.
This is a big moment for me, and I hope that all of my friends like Juniper and JoJo and Chance are watching, because here's my lovely sister Lynette, her son Rowan, my nephew, and my oldest daughter Christina, and they are the genius behind the literacy piece and the illustrations. Christina does all the illustrations. So it's been all in the family, all in the conservatory and all in the family. So it's thrilling to be here.
Yes. Wonderful. Well, we're so glad to have you all. And tell us about Betty and about the literacy piece and how you put all that together.
Yeah, thanks, Emery. Betty the Bookworm not only just loves to read and read to children, but she's all about music to bring these magical books to life. Miss Linda wrote all these books, and she is engaging social interaction between the child and the parent and developing those critical early language skills. And if the books and episodes are not enough, we have created, as a team, an educational website at simplegiftseries.com that is overflowing with additional material. It's out-of-the-box learning that we know children birth to 3 will love and beyond 3.
It's been very heartwarming, and I think what's most impactful, Emery, during this time is all of the constant feedback that we're getting from our students at the conservatory, the parents, the families, and they love the illustrations. And I'd love for Christina to say a few words about where these are inspired from, because these are songs and stories that she's heard since she was a little kid. So, C, you want to say a few words?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's been great. Working on Simple Gift series is really a full circle moment for me. I grew up with the ladybug and the dragonfly and all these other amazing characters as just stories, and the songs they stayed in my head throughout my life. So now that I have the opportunity to bring these things to life for the next generation, it brings me so much joy. Because I feel like I can finally show everyone how it's translated in my mind all these years. I was also very specific to make the animals and the humans as neutral as possible, because I wanted everyone to be able to identify with them as much as they could. The educational element that Lynette was talking about and my mother was talking about, it has made me who I am today and has inspired my creativity and the ability to think outside the box. And I just think it's imperative to continue to share that wealth with all of you watching today.
Thank you. See, you know what? They're all on the website too. So what's neat about, and we didn't show this today, but what's neat is that at the end of every storybook, there's a song that goes with it. And one of the reasons why these things have been so impactful is because we encourage parents to play the guitar, the ukulele, and the piano along with their child. And that's what's been so rewarding during this weird time when kids and families are tuning in on Zoom classes.
Yes.
So impactful.
Yes. Not all parents play something, but you could always play pot and pan too, right? It's more important that you play than what you play.
Emery, I understand you have a great Tupperware set you play at home.
I'm proficient at the Tupperware.
We are all about that. No, kids show up with everything. They show up with homemade shakers. But what's nice is on the website that Lynette was referencing, we do have a little tutorial on the ukulele. Everything's written in C. So there's only 3 chords in every single song that we've created. So it's, once you get it, you nail it. But Betty's a great character. Betty, we love Betty because she's calming. Kids have come to know that when Betty shows up, we sit crisscross applesauce and we listen and we watch with our eyes and we learn. And I know that my friends, Eliza and again, Miss Soleil, know exactly what's going on when we see Betty the Bookworm.
Awesome. Well, we are going to move on to another clip, and we have loved meeting Betty. Now, we're gonna jump into a new section. Because I believe this section's about a frog, and we'll take a look at this.
Yep, we go to my backyard.
I think we should play a game outside. And guess what? It's a game about amphibians. Here we go. Mr. Frog, jump over me. Mr. Frog, jump 1, 2, 3. Mr. Frog, it's my turn now. Mr. Frog, just show me how. Here we go. Jump 1, jump 2, jump 3, jump 4. Now it's my turn, let's jump some more. Jump 1, jump 2, jump 3, jump 4. Now it's your turn, let's jump some more. Are you ready to jump with Mr. Frog? How many times would you like to jump? How about we jump 5 times? Ready? Here we go. Jump 1, jump 2, jump 3, jump 4, jump 5. Good work. How about one really big jump? Ready? Here we go. Jump 1. Good job. All right. How about 10 jumps with Mr. Frog? Ready? Here we go. Jump 1, jump 2, jump 3, jump 4, jump 5, jump 6, jump 7, jump 8, jump 9, jump 10. Wow, that was so much fun. Good work. Mr. Frog never gets tired. We'll do that again sometime.
Isn't that so fun? I know all my friends were home jumping because they love that song. We love to get the kids up and running and jumping. And that backyard sequence we created for that very reason, to get kids up and going and incorporate as many different ideas as we could, Emery. Counting colors, shapes, rhymings, you name it. It all happens in the backyard.
Yes, in your backyard. And Miss Linda's backyard. Rather.
Miss Linda's backyard.
Yes, absolutely. So in just a few of these clips we've seen a lot of music, which the show is just peppered with. And we've talked a little bit about it. So all of your team or you have written all of the songs. Tell us a little bit about that. And this backyard sequence, I think, was a challenge. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it took this backyard sequence is a complete team effort. You know, the songs are what occurs in class, and yes, I've written those. Trip and Drew then take those little tiny scores and they expand them into some sort of 4-minute learning experience in our backyard. And Rowan then takes these sequences and animates them and has a lot of fun with the numbers and the frogs. And Lynette helps us stay on track with what we're trying to accomplish with these kids. So it's a complete effort. Trip, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Oh, sure. Just, you mentioned it briefly that it is all original music, that, you know, why go outside when we can generate from within and make sure that all of it is really integrated, which I think is very important, especially thinking of music as an extension of language, that's how we learn, is through language. And so creating the music then, that also we try to get some good repetition in there also, that Linda mentioned the book song at the end of every book that accompanies it. So if you listen to the underscores of the books as Betty the Bookworm reads them, those are actually little versions of the book song, so that we have more repetition, because that's, again, how we learn and how we grow.
Ooh, that's a nice little Easter egg to know. I like that.
Yep. Well, Lynette helps us stay on track with that. I was always got up to think, just keep things moving. And Lynette's always there to remind us, no, kids need to hear things over and over. And I just actually got a note yesterday from one of our beautiful Head Start teachers, Miss Melissa, that said that the parents are appreciating the fact that their children are walking around the house singing these happy songs and learning so much. Lynette, did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, the music piece is so important in Miss Linda's backyard, but there's another piece that is so important in learning, and that's movement. And right, Chance and Jacob, Juniper, they love Miss Linda's backyard, and in our classroom, they are moving around and learning. And this is where all that critical brain development takes place, where we engage both sides of the brains, where those critical neural connections are developing. And we're not only developing the cognitive skills, but we're developing that healthy social emotional functioning, which is so important in early childhood. And I want to say that movement and fun is early childhood education.
Amen, sister.
We had a question actually come through from Hillary. She wanted to know, and I think this segment's a great place to plug that in. Can you just give us a quick 1-minute rundown of like who touches what piece and in what order of how like a segment like that is made?
How it's made. Well, you know what? It all, like I said, and thank you for that question, Hillary. A segment like this started in the classroom at the Colorado Springs Conservatory in a piccolo class. And that's a song I wrote because we needed to address their energy and their wanting to move, and then we incorporated into their counting. And some of the original pushback was like, gosh, they're so little, they're 2 and they're 3 and they can't do that. But you know what, the philosophy at the conservatory, my belief has always been, if you put a child in the deep end, they can swim. And so whether or not you're exposing them to opera or counting up to 10, and they have not been verbal yet, I promise you that one day they'll walk up to you and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And we all go, yay, good job. They're hearing it. And so when that process, when we incorporated the backyard, everybody understood that. There was an innate understanding, and we did whatever it took to be creative about bringing it to this platform, the television.
Awesome. Wonderful. All right. So we're going to move into another clip. And this is the Curiosity Corner, which is a really great segment in the show. And partly because you get to meet so many partners across the city and that have helped with this. So let's watch a little bit of Miss Linda and her Miss
Welcome
Lynette
to my
and
Curiosity Corner. I'm Miss Lynette, and I have a wonderful adventure that I would love to share with you. Let's take a look. It's a beautiful sunrise this morning. Welcome back to the barn, boys and girls. That's Roosy the rooster crowing that it's time to get up and get down to the barn. Have you ever been curious how animals wake up? Well, here's little Luna, the potbelly pig, standing in the sunshine, warming her body. Just like your tummy is hungry in the morning, all the animals are ready for their breakfast. First, we have to feed Bucky the llama. He has a special grain to keep him healthy and strong because he's 25 years old. We give him his morning love and some kisses too. It's important to show our animals just how much we love them. Bucky sure is hungry this morning. Here, chick, 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 chick. Here, chickie. Here, chick, 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 chick. It's time for the girls to be fed. We scatter some chicken feed around, and then the hennies come out. Look how different they all are, and in such a hurry to eat. Now, it's time to open the door and let the younger hens out. They're hungry too. So many beautiful colors. The hens like to peck and scratch the ground to find tasty breakfast foods. It's also a way they show they are comfortable around the other chickens. And around me too. They are busy pecking and scratching. Listen to the sounds they make as they move around the farmyard. Here comes Chester Pig and Little Goose. They are ready for breakfast too. Ba the sheep is hungry as can be when she wakes up. There she goes, heading up the hill to be with her best friend, Bucky the llama. It's time to feed Ba her morning meal. A special grass called alfalfa. Bucky shares it with her. Alfalfa has lots of protein, vitamins, and minerals.
just like we need for our bodies. Time for clean water. Water is so important for us, and it is no different for our animal friends. Clean water is a must each and every day. Now, it's time to be sure each of my animal friends has a clean pen. I bet you have to keep your bedroom clean too. After, I can compost all the manure and bedding and use it in the greenhouse. Happy the bunny is hopping around the yard looking for breakfast treats. All the animals wake up hungry, just like you and me. See you next time, boys and girls. Stay curious and keep wondering.
Isn't that so much fun, Emery?
Love that. I love that the llama's 25 years old. That's it.
You guys are the same age, as best I can tell,
The
right?
llama and I are the same age. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, we love going to Miss Lynette's barn and we love going to Miss Lynette's greenhouse, but I have to tell you that the Curiosity Corner has been a testament to my beautiful city of Colorado Springs, because when the request came from our partners at Head Start, at Children's, and at the beginning of COVID, when it became very clear that kids were not going to get out and about, you know, what part of this show could we dedicate to going and learning about simple things? And this whole premise is around simple things. So my friends at, of course, the Colorado Springs Conservatory, Colorado Springs Utilities, the Flying W Ranch, little Luna, the pig, came from Flying W. Our friends at Switchbacks, G.E. Johnson, Olson Plumbing, Encore Electric, the Broadmoor. We went and learned about good manners, and you'll be able to watch that tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. We go to the room. And we went to Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. We went to the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Museum. And of course, we always love to go to Miss Lynette's house and visit the greenhouse and her animal friends at the barn. But this show has been a testament to my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful community. And there's lots more to come.
Absolutely. That's so wonderful. And also there have been some backseat partners sort of behind the scenes, like Federal Credit Union, I believe, and Colorado Children's Hospital. And you already mentioned the conservatory, of course.
Yes. And I would love to do a shout out to Tony Lewis, Heather Carroll, Shelly Jensen, and Lori Bellingham, Kelly Nolan. These were folks that believed in this project from the very, very beginning, as Amanda mentioned at the beginning, as innovative education and something that was very different during these extraordinary times. But again, it was a family effort. Lynette comes up with the narrative and those vocabulary words, and you can see those are not your typical sight words.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of fun with that, but then Rowan brings it all together. Lynette, Rowan, do you have anything you want to add to that? Because it's such a great segment.
Yes, absolutely. Curiosity Corner is all about engaging our children's imagination and taking them on adventures. Places in our beautiful Colorado Springs community where they make new friends. And they understand then just how important community is, like Linda said. And to be able to create this segment with my son, Rowan, who grew up here, and he went on some of these very adventures with me when he was just a little boy, and developed his own curiosity. It makes it a very special segment for me. Rowan?
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite segments to edit. It's really cool because it's literally the entire team that's involved. It's not like one of us is shooting the footage for it or anything like that. It's everyone goes out, shoots really cool footage and gets to experience these really cool places in the Springs, and then they send it to me or Drew, and we compile these segments, and then we send the audio to Ian, who's our audio guy. He's not on this, unfortunately, but he's awesome, and he makes it sound really good. Drew and I try to make it look really good. And it's really simple because we shoot all of it with our iPhones. So in line with keeping everything simple, it's not like we're using any fancy cameras or anything like that. So if I encourage you to borrow your parents' phone or something and go out and film something that you want to show the world.
Yes.
Well, can I just add something onto that? Because I think Rowan mentioned Ian Gregory, but I also want to do a shout out to the incredible Rocky Mountain PBS technical family. Enrique's on this, and Mark, Dan, the entire family has been so incredible because this is all new to us. And as Rowan said, though we might be shooting things on our iPhones, it's not all that simple. And we've been mentored graciously. And again, as Emery mentioned, with the support of folks from Federal Credit Union and Children's Hospital Colorado and the Colorado Springs Conservatory, it just wouldn't be possible. So it's been a labor of love. And so again, I want to do a shout out. And you also, Emery and Carrie, incredible support in guiding us.
Yeah, because this has come out of so many conversations with so many of the people Carrie, who is on our staff at Rocky Mountain PBS, and she's my boss, so ever, and just all kinds of great conversations that I think have really made this what it is today. I believe have one more clip to watch, and we are going to go.
Can I preface this clip?
I would love for you to. Go ahead.
Thank you, because I think it warrants just a moment. And for parents that are watching and for my partners, that part of the culture at the conservatory is one of, it's a philosophy that we share. We call it C to the sixth power. It's about children, creativity, collaboration, community, culture, and context. And gratitude being an important part of how we bring a child up in the conservatory, outward facing community, loving your community, loving each other, respecting each other. And when we found we had a minute left to fill in this program that we were developing, I proposed one night when we were green screening to Tripp and Drew. I said, I have this idea that I would like to present a gift at the end of every show to remind everyone that it is the simplest of things that we must be grateful for. And that's why we called the book Simple Gift Series. That's why we've called the show Simple Gift Series. And so you're about to witness one of the gifts that come at the end of one of the programs. So thank you for letting me set that up, Emery.
Awesome.
I wonder what gift we received today. Let's look together. Are you ready? A box of crayons. I love to color with crayons. Do you? Look at all of these colors. They're so lovely together. This is a wonderful gift because it reminds me that even in this little box, every color is important. Just like all of us. We come in all different colors, don't we? And we are all lovely and we are all important. And together, we're beautiful. Remember to reflect on all of the simple gifts we are given every day, to pause and be grateful for each one.
How about that, Emery? Pause and be grateful.
That's so beautiful. And I think 2020 was a year when we became grateful for little things and simple things. And so it's really very appropriate, I think, that this series came right now and to look for those things. I do want to, we are going to do some Q&A here in a little bit. So put your questions in the chat and put those there. I want to point out a comment by somebody watching on YouTube. There, Fiona said that she nannies a 2-year-old who loves the show so much and watches all the way from North Carolina. So, and she loves Mr. Frog. So, Fiona, thank you for sharing that comment and let us know that.
Emery, before we go into the questions, can I do another shout out to all the folks that made this possible? Because really, we can think up ideas and make things happen, but in order to get things out, I want to reach out to Molly and Molly Bell and Matt Genbrin and all of the folks at Federal Credit Service Union, pardon me, they've been incredible during this whole process. And they've been strong supporters of the conservatory for a long time. So believing in this platform and coming along as a partner to Rocky Mountain PBS made all the difference in the world. And again, my extended, beautiful community and this incredible place we call the Pikes Peak region and Colorado Springs and all of those folks and Colorado Children's Hospital. And again, you all at Rocky Mountain PBS. And if you are not a member of Rocky Mountain PBS, please consider becoming a member of Rocky Mountain PBS. And you can learn more about Simple Gift Series also at simplegiftseries.com and the Colorado Springs Conservatory at csconservatory.org. Taryn had a question. What is my favorite segment to work on? Well,
It's a great question.
It is a great question, Taryn. Thank you. What is my favorite segment to work on? I will tell you, Taryn, that I can't answer that, honestly. I think that they're all my favorite. I will tell you, though, that everything is heartfelt. The gift, especially, is important to me because at the end of the day, if we can create a positive, nurturing, grateful culture that says words like amphibian and maestro along the way and learns about classical music and art and all things about community, then that's job well done for us. So thank you for asking that. They're all delightful.
Awesome. Carrie mentioned in the comments on YouTube that everyone can make videos of their own and share a story from their own perspective. And I think that's super important. I one time heard that the best camera available is the one you have with you. So, sometimes people are like, oh, I don't know, I don't have the right equipment. But, this right here is all you need sometimes to do some great creating. So let's talk a little bit more about the show as we're waiting, people. Please feel free to put questions in the chat.
This is great. There's lots of questions.
Here we go.
So question from Laura.
There we go.
What if we want to purchase a Simple Gift Series themed gift for the holidays? That's great. Yes, thank you for asking that. That's so great because they're the books. Whoops, I don't know if you can see that. This is one actually just came out. It's the Mr. Frog. It's the Wise Bullfrog, Mr. Bullfrog book. All of the books are available on simplegiftseries.com. And we've also got a starfish pillow and a blankie, a ladybug hug blankie. So they're all available on the website. So thank you for asking. And then a question from Durango. Thank you for tuning in, Durango. What does music and creativity have to do with early childhood learning? So many schools, I fear, will have to cut these kinds of programs. Can you speak to why they're important? Lynette, do you mind if I take that? And then you can chime in. I will tell you that the reason why these things are important is because they are our human essence. And if we take that away, we are taking away humanity. Lynette can speak to the critical educational components, but I have learned in my 26 years of running the conservatory and growing up in a creative education that if we don't afford children to have access to these elements, we are literally taking away their souls. So as an advocate, I would just ask my friend from Durango, you continue to advocate for those elements. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Don't hesitate. Lynette, do you have anything you want to add briefly?
Yes, thanks, Linda. Absolutely, Linda. What all that Linda said is so on target. And we, through music and literacy and what we've done here and thinking out of the box and putting this all together and reaching those benchmarks and milestones through the fun, through the movement, through the singing, through the dancing, everything through Marty, all of Christina's and Rowan's illustrations and visuals that they've created. We have created this sensory piece that is so important for early childhood learning and creating that language. I mean, every piece of Simple Gift Series elicits language and learning, which is so important. And what a better way to do it than through music. We all love music. There's so much research out there about learning and music. And we've done it all here within Simple Gift Series. It's truly a beautiful thing.
Wonderful. We've had a couple comments come in. Birgit has predicted that this show will be the next Mr. Rogers. And so that would be wonderful. And then also somebody said that this is not a question, it is a statement. Hi, Miss Lynette, you are the best. And so Jen Green has said that. So you have a fan too, Miss Lynette, that's wonderful. We also have a great question here from Birgit, and she wants to know how we secure funding for the program. So we've mentioned some of the partners, but maybe talk a little bit more what that process looks like. Linda, if you could start and tell us that.
Sure. And Birgit, thank you for asking that question, because that is something that we don't take lightly. Partnerships and underwriting and sponsorships are critical, and they're meaningful. And as Lynette said, the impact is profound. Mm-hmm. So we would ask you as a viewer and as a partner in this, in helping us to continue to be able to do this, that you would reach out to us and let us know if there's folks that we should be talking to. I will tell you that it's viewers like you that not only contribute, but it's also people that you bring into the fold. We all know how important word of mouth is and how beautiful social media is to do that. And no one does it better than Rocky Mountain PBS and PBS in general. And again, a big shout out to our friends at Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA, for helping us to bring this thing to life in such a beautiful, vibrant way, and highlight so many gifts in our community. So
many great partners in this. Here's a great question that was asked. What are types of reactions that you are getting from the show? Like, have you been recognized in the community, or what sort of feedback are you getting from not just all of our friends that know and tune in, but maybe even some people on the street that you run into?
Sure. I can say I had that happen the other day. A mom stopped me on Tejon Street and said, "Oh my gosh, we watch your show." She had her little one with her every Sunday. And she got very emotional and said, "This is one of the smartest shows that I would ever let my kid be able to watch." And then she got so excited because she said, "And how cool is it that I can take my kid downtown and show her the Olympic City, U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Museum," and that's where she just watched. And so it's that idea of bringing things home and keeping things accessible. But the feedback's been very positive. Thank you. Trip?
Can I just add that the response has been amazing. And sometimes, especially when you're creating something, you get so close to it. So you kind of have to remind yourself that it's like, you know what? Nobody has to tell me that they like it. So anytime somebody says that they're enjoying it or that they feel like it's something really special, we really try hard to really take that in, because it means the world.
Yes, absolutely. Does Jen Green has asked, does Simple Gift Series have a Facebook presence? Is there a place to connect with Simple Gift Series there?
We do. Christina, do you want to speak, or Trip and Drew, just to the social media piece? Because we have an Instagram and we have a Facebook, and along with the website.
We sure do. If you do your search for Simple Gift Series, we'll show up on Facebook. We will show up on Instagram. You'll also find simplegiftseries.com, just the name .com. And also you add RMPBS to that search, and you'll be able to find our episodes on the Rocky Mountain PBS website.
Wonderful. Naomi Griswold has said, Linda and Lynette, thank you so much for all you do. I love the program because it's nurturing for my son and for me, the mom too. So that's really wonderful that families are watching it together, and that's really an important key piece, I think, of education. Not just a kid in front of a screen, but a kid with a parent or an adult in front of a screen, talking and doing and interacting together. Don't you?
I can tell you, and thank you for bringing that up, Emery, because when we started going down this path, probably a little over 2 years ago with our friends at ENT, the goal was, alongside our partners at CPCD Head Start, how do we bring learning home? How do we bring music and reading together home? And if there was a silver lining to COVID and the beauty of Zoom, that these kids can now get on a class at the conservatory, and when they come on, you know, and the little screen comes up, there's not only that 2 or 3 year old, but there's all the siblings and the mother and the grandmother, and everyone's there doing things together. And that's been, again, profound. And it's been a great way also to be able to continue for folks to learn together, to be able to have the episodes online at Rocky Mountain PBS. So thank you for keeping them on your website.
Oh, of course, absolutely. There is a lot of content, since I'm waiting for another question. Although Amber Dow, hi Amber. Amber is actually a friend of mine, all the way from Chicago, who's watching us today. Said that adults need to watch the show, even if they don't have children, because I think we all have children in our lives, and it's just super helpful, I believe, to help us relate and to teach and be a part of the education of all of the next generation. So, absolutely. Let's see. Any plans to take the show on the road? Oh, after COVID gets better, a Simple Gift Series live show. Thoughts?
Well, we've actually had that conversation when there's a fun song about amphibians, and one night we were filming, and Drew, you'll have to tell that story.
Oh man, I mean, it has a very Spanish flair to it, and we just imagine all of the dancers and frog costumes with castanets and everything. The options are endless.
Yes.
No, we've talked about it. It would be so fun. Heck, if Wiggles can do it, why not Mr. Frog and the Ladybug? And
right,
we can even take Chester Pig along with us. Right? See,
I think Chester would love it.
Anybody?
Yeah. That's wonderful. Fantastic. So I actually have a question for Christina. What medium do you use to do all the drawings? Because every artist likes to draw their own way. And also, did you draw all of Miss Linda's backgrounds, like the backyard and the music room? Is that you, I assume?
I did.
So tell me.
Well, originally we started illustrating the books a couple years ago, and I was doing them all by hand, which was super fun. And I got to use, watercolor and pastel and ink and all that awesome hands-on stuff. But then it started blowing up into this level where we needed to produce the books quicker and these episodes quicker, and everyone was just wanting more and more. I switched to all the Adobe products, Photoshop and InDesign and Animator and Illustrator and all that great stuff. So I'm very blessed to be able to use the digital element as well.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's good. But you still have to be a good artist, because I have Photoshop and my drawings look nothing like yours.
Thank you.
Yeah, there is a question. How many people on the team have children? Some of the people on the team are the children. So let's talk about that. Really, not that you guys are kids, but like children of Miss Linda and Miss Lynette. So we did mention that, but maybe some people came late. Go ahead and let's answer that again.
Sure. Lynette and I are sisters, and we both have children. Rowan being one of Lynette's children. She can speak to that. Christina is my eldest daughter. I have another daughter, Kelsey, and she's also very, very talented. But having children, and especially having grown children, has made a profound impact in how we're able to translate these things. Lynette?
Absolutely. And I do educational, my background being a teacher and tutor, and I a foster care provider as well. And so I have children in and out of this house constantly. They're watching Simple Gift series. They're teaching classes with me on Zoom. I see so many different ages.
I'd like to say over the years at the conservatory, I have literally thousands of children.
Yes, I'm sure you do. Okay, we are almost out of time. In fact, we're just a little over. I have one more important question, and then I will have a few closing things to say, and then we're on our way for the day. But season 2, is that a thing? Are we going to see some more Miss Linda and Marty and Betty and Miss Lynette and all of the gang?
Well, we are pleased to let all of our viewers and our friends know that, yes, our dear friends at Rocky Mountain PBS have invited us to create another season, and we have a lot of things planned. And again, thank you for supporting Rocky Mountain PBS. Thank you for supporting Simple Gift Series and all of the things and people that have made this possible. So yes, Emery, we're very pleased to announce that.
That's exciting. Season 2 on its way. Well, don't forget, everyone, to tune in Sunday mornings at 6 a.m. to watch episodes of a Simple Gift Series, or you can watch them online at rmpbs.org for RockyMountainPBS.org. I want to bring Enrique and Debbie on. They're part of the behind the scenes team, and we're very grateful for them. We have been working hard here at RMPBS to really create some virtual events in a time when we can't be together, which we will again someday, but we're super grateful for platforms like this that we can still share content and the people behind the scenes. So we're gonna introduce them. Enrique's been running all of the things, and Debbie is sort of the queen of everything behind the scenes. We wouldn't be here without her. So thank you for joining us this morning. As we leave, we want to leave with Miss Linda's song, So Long, which ends every episode. And then think about the simple things that you can be thankful for in your own homes. And so as we go into that last clip and say goodbye, we all just want to wave and wish you a wonderful weekend. All right.
Happy holidays.
For joining us. Happy holidays.
So long now, my friends, this time now must end. It's been so much fun, but we're not done, because I'll see you soon again, my dear, dear friends. So long for now. See you next